Hello and good morning. In our case, good afternoon here in the West Coast. Hope you're all doing well. Today happens to be my birthday, so I'm going to be starting up on doing weekly broadcasts from my headquarters here in Fair Oaks, California. And I am a CPA, certified public accountant. I'm also have an MBA in finance, and I have a investment advisor license. And I'm an investment advisor rep for my investment advisor corporation. So, anyway, today I'm going to talk to you about two things. One, I want to talk about, since I'm doing this on my accounting firm, um, social media accounts. I'm going to talk about what's going on with taxes, and um, then I'll switch over to my investment advisor company, and I'll do one on what's going on with the economy. So what's going on right now in our country is that our government is on hold right now because the Democrats don't want to help sign a short-term measure to keep the government financed and moving forward, I believe through November, some point in November, but maybe it's the end of November. And then they'll have to debate much larger appropriations bill and hopefully some health insurance subsidies where before this was the Obamacare was approved in Congress, there were 40 million Americans that didn't have health insurance. And so I understand how the Republicans want to save money and reduce our deficits, but we've got to find some kind of way, some type of solution. Okay? Because the way it was going under Democratic rule, um, soaring prices in medicine and medical facilities and medical providers. And so something has to happen to change that so most Americans can afford to have health insurance. And the subsidies were a temporary action, but I'm hoping they can do the same thing. What they're doing with drug prices, they're bringing drug prices down from where they're at, and they came with a solution there. I'm hoping they do the same thing with medical care. Most Americans cannot afford medical care, or they'll spend all their money and life savings on it, and that doesn't make any sense. So there's got to be a better way, and I'm hoping the Democrats and Republicans can come together and come up with some kind of some type of compromise, one that would work for me, but also for like my daughter that has two children. So looking for something to happen there, not now, but after they get their short-term measure passed to fund the government so people can get paid, like our military, our border patrol, that type of thing. So we need to keep that going. So we can't have them expect them to work for nothing. And then after that, they can debate and come up with some kind of compromise. Okay, nobody's going to get everything they want. That's what a compromise means. It means you have to give a little bit to get a little bit. So um, hopefully they'll come up with something. As for taxes, the big beautiful act that was passed by Congress, for the most part, kept the tax cuts from the first Trump administration, kept those in place, and also added a few changes to the lower taxes. So we'll see those go into effect starting in 2026, but also it'll have some effect on 2025 when we do our taxes, prepare taxes. So my firm, CJL Quantum Financial Services PC, Professional Corporation, we're an accounting firm here in California, and we provide a multiple financial services. One, we're an accounting advisory firm. We help business owners and their companies account for financial transactions. And most of the time, it's situations that are kind of complex. And so help them with that. But we also do bookkeeping. We want to help you keep your books up to date so that you can quickly file your tax returns and get that taken care of. Be responsible about it. We also provide tax preparation and tax planning services. Our tax return preparation services for businesses, trusts, and individuals. And it's designed with compliance in mind. That's the goal there to make sure that you get every deduction and credit you deserve. Okay. Requires you to fill out a tax organizer, and that way we can make sure you get what you deserve. Now, where the tax savings really comes in is when we do a tax plan for you. If you have a business, I guarantee you I can save you tens of thousands of dollars annually on your taxes. Most people don't plan for their taxes, but that is really the best way to limit and lower your taxes, your tax liability. Okay, so that's important. And lastly, what we do is we do retirement planning. Well, we'll help a business owner select a retirement plan best for his business that is beneficial for him, but also his employees. And then at the same time, we'll provide tax savings for him and the company. And then we can also help you with tax management. That's where my investment advisory firm comes in, and we can help you give you guidance on the economy, what's going on, and what industries do better statistically, depending on where we're at in the business cycle, economic business cycle, and it's effective. It works. So anyway, I can help guide you with that, and that way you could benefit from that. So today I want to just talk about the big beautiful bill. There's a couple nuances that came up, like for example, certain folks don't have to report their tips, and so that should be tax savings for low to middle income people. The seniors are given don't have to, in certain cases don't have to pay taxes on their Social Security income, so it's free. So that's beneficial to them. And then so that's a benefit. Business owners benefit. The small business owners, medium-sized business owners benefit from tax write-offs, in particular depreciation. So you can write off your new investment in property, plant, and equipment. You can write it off. Not sure about the property, but certainly equipment, that type of thing, and vehicles, equipment, printers, computers, data centers, whatever. You can write that off in equipment for a data center. You can write that off in a year if you choose. I just recommend that you spread it out a little bit. So I had one client, their first CPA depreciated all their assets, and then so now it was my turn to take over. Well, all the assets were depreciated, so they had to pay more taxes, and so they weren't happy about that. Well, I said, well, your other CPA, they depreciated everything, so there was nothing left to depreciate. So that's why your net income was higher. Anyway, and so that's why I suggest spreading it out a little bit over 2 or 3 years. And so those are some of the main changes that are occurring. Also, if you're a corporation and you are located here in the United States and you produce product services in the United States, you get to and you're a C corp, you'll pay 15% instead of 21% of federal income taxes. So that's a benefit to them. Let's see what else. Well, that's it for now. I just wanted to make you aware of that. Just make a quick video for that, and I look forward to on a weekly basis updating you about what's going on in the accounting, finance, and retirement industries. And I look forward to further discussions. All right. Until next week, I say my adieu, say my goodbyes, and hope you have a blessed week. God bless. Take care.